Hey guys, HotRod08 here, and welcome to Support Patch Notes 8.12, where I'll be going over the changes that affect support champions for each patch during Season 8, as well as providing a place for you guys to discuss the changes below, so let's get into it. Starting off this list is a small buff that Pyke ended up receiving within the mid-patch 8.11 changes. It includes his base health regen increasing from 5 health per 5 seconds to 7 health per 5 seconds, his base mana from 380 to 415, his base armor from 42 to 45, and his base attack damage from 60 to 62. Now this is definitely a buff for his laning phase, as all of these numbers, except the mana, really do help him within the laning phase, either with extra durability, extra sustain, or with his extra damage. So this is definitely a nice buff to Pyke's early game. Moving down to the champion changes for patch 8.12 are the shield changes coming to a few support champions, starting off with Janna, which is receiving quite a nerf to her E ability, her Eye of the Storm shield. Now what they're doing is they're adding a new decay effect. Now it states, Eye of the Storm's shield now decays over its duration after 0.75 grace period. Now Janna's shield originally lasts for 5 seconds, but now after 0.75 seconds, her shield is going to start decreasing in size. Now, how this hurts, not only does it absorb less damage as when you use it, if you don't time it exactly when she starts doing your damage, it also cuts off her bonus AD that she gets while her shield is active. So as it's decaying, it's going to be even easier for the enemies in order to destroy the shield that's on the AD champions. So their bonus AD that the shield gave them is also going to last a shorter time. So it's definitely going to be a pretty painful nerf to Janna. Moving down the list is Karma, which is receiving a slight nerf to her E, Inspire, which is her AoE shield ability. The shield duration is going to be lowered from 4 seconds to 2.5 seconds, and it also applies to her Mantra E ability. So it's not that much of a change from 4 seconds to 2.5 seconds, but it is still going to be pretty noticeable that it's not going to last as long, and your champions that you are shielding are going to be taking more damage as the game goes on, since the shield is going to be on a short duration. And our final support that's receiving a nerf to their shield duration is Lulu, which is receiving quite a nerf to her E, Help Picks. The shield duration is being lowered from 6 seconds to 2.5 seconds. Although it doesn't affect the ally attachment duration, it's still going to be a full 6 seconds. But to Lulu herself, that nerf of 3.5 seconds shorter on the shield, she's definitely going to have to time her shield duration now. She's not just going to be able to spam it and have her ally keep that 6-second shield duration and have it still be useful. She's going to have to actually time it to when enemy champions are going to be damaging her ally, so it is a pretty noticeable nerf to Lulu. Now, the next topic for tonight are the healing and shielding item changes that are coming to this patch. Now, I've talked about before in a couple of other videos. I will link them in the description and in the top right corner if you haven't watched those yet, how they're going to truly affect the support meta, especially for enchanters, but we'll go over the items real quick. Forbidden Idol is receiving a cooldown reduction from 10% to 5%, and the heal and shield power duration is being lowered from 8% to 5%. Now, this is especially painful on Forbidden Idol, as it's usually an item that enchanters would rush just because it gave that early mana regen, as well as that nice 10% cooldown reduction, and 8% heal and shield power was pretty powerful early, just for 800 gold. Now, Forbidden Idol is definitely not going to be as cost effective as it was in other patches, so it's definitely receiving quite a nerf. Ardent Censer, the heal and shield power, is getting lowered from 10% to 8%. Mikael's Crucible, it's getting lowered from 20% to 15%. And Redemption, the heal and shield power, is getting lowered from 10% to 8%. So within these three items, you're definitely going to feel a noticeable difference as to how much the healing is affecting the item, especially Redemption. Now, although Redemption itself is only receiving a 2% nerf, you have to remember too that Redemption's active gets 3 times the heal and shield power that it would normally receive. So instead of 30% heal and shield power for the active effect, it's only going to receive 24%. And this also goes with other items. So if you get Redemption and Mikael's Crucible, instead of 90% heal and shield power for that active, it's only going to be 69% heal and shield. So a decrease of 21% is quite noticeable for the changes to Redemption. So Redemption out of these is also getting quite a heavy nerf. But not all hope is lost within the Enchanter support items, as Athene's Unholy Grail is actually receiving a decent buff. Now what they're doing is they're changing the damage to blood ratio from 25% pre-mitigation damage to 35% pre-mitigated damage. Now if you guys don't remember off the top of your head what pre-mitigation damage is, it's basically the damage that you would do before any resistances are taken into consideration. So let's make a quick example. If Recon W is on an enemy champion, the W is supposed to do 100 damage. You would originally gain 25 healing charges. Well, now with the buff, you'd instead receive 35 healing charges. So the next time you heal a shielded ally, they would receive an additional 35 heal. Now, overall, this isn't the biggest of buffs to Athene's Unholy Grail, especially since it's still going to not get as much healing and shielding power when combined with the other items, but it is still a nice buff to Athene's. And finally, for the items we're going to be talking about today is the removal of Banner of Command. Now, Riot is stating that Banner of Command only lived in 2 states. It was either rarely purchased, even in the situations it was meant for, or it was meta warping, where everyone would buy the item and it would just be no flexibility to build. You either bought Banner of Command or you just lost the game because it was that strong. Now, honestly, they were just having a huge issue trying to balance it within a correct spot that would actually be useful while not being overpowered, so they just decided to remove the item in the first place. And our last topic for tonight are going to be the rune changes that are coming to this patch. Starting off with Celerity, which is getting a change to how its stats affect your champion. So they are lowering the bonus movement speed from 3% to 1.5%, but they are doubling the damage conversion that your bonus movement speed gives you throughout the game, increasing your AD from 4.8% to 9.6%, and your bonus AP from 8% to 16%. Now, Celerity is no longer going to give you as much movement speed, but will give you more damage as the game goes on when you're building movement speed items. And then finally, in the Domination tree, high-elo Blades is receiving a buff, effectively gaining 25% bonus attack speed from where it was originally, from 50% to 100%. Now it's going to give you 75 to 125%. Now, not too many supports take this item, but if you're trying to be really aggressive, such as playing Pyke or playing Leona, and want to get those extra auto attacks off during the laning phase, high-elo Blades is receiving a decent buff. And that'll be it for Support Patch Notes 8.12. What do you think of the changes for this patch, especially the Enchanter changes that are coming? Leave your comments in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your opinions. If you're enjoying my content and want to consider supporting the channel, head over to my Patreon. There you can enjoy perks such as early releases of some of my videos, having me look at your op.gg and giving you suggestions, and having your name shout out at the end of my videos like these lovely people here who are already contributing to the channel. I've also just started to stream on Twitch. If you'd like to watch a high-elo support player teach and interact with you while playing League of Legends, I'm going to try to schedule streams on Wednesday and Saturday nights while intermittently streaming on weekdays when I can too. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, I feature sport-focused League of Legends content that I release on a weekly basis and would love your support. Please like this video as it really helps my video rankings out, and hit that notification bell next to the subscribe button if you want to keep up with the latest content that I release. Right, and that, you guys have a great day today. Thanks much.